just announced her candidate as a Republican for House District 93. She'll be taking on Monty Mason there if she indeed is the nominee. Ms. Overy, great to have you with us.
Good morning, John. Thank you so much for having me.
Laura, okay. Lara Overy. Now, Laura, why don't we get right to this? This is a tough district. It's a swing district. Let me tell you the people that have been in this seat in the past 5 terms. Phil Hamilton, Robin Abbott, Michael Watson, Monty Mason. If you win, 5 people, 5 terms. Obviously, it swings back and forth both ways. Let me just ask you straight out, what inspired you to get in this race and to get into politics?
Well, that's a great question. I have grown up in this community. I grew up in Newport News. I went to Minchville High School. I graduated from Thomas Nelson Community College and went on from William & Mary. I've lived most of my life on the peninsula, and my whole family is really involved in the community and committed to this region. And the opportunity to serve this district and the citizens in the district is an honor that I would love. I'm a person with business experience. I have experience in higher education. I was a single mom, often working 2 jobs, and now I'm a wife and a mother of 3. I bring a really unique perspective to the district and to Richmond, and I think that I will represent the diversity of the district.
What is your biggest beef with Monty Mason?
Well, there's going to be a lot of time over the next 9 months to lay out the differences between Monty and myself, and really to lay out my case to the voters and show the differences. But today I really just want to focus on letting the voters know that I plan to run. I plan to focus on the issues that concern working families of the district, things like education and jobs, transportation, and tourism.
The transportation bill that passed in 2013, Republican in the district before Mason voted for the bill, former Delegate Mike Watson. Would you have voted for that in retrospect now had you been there, Laura?
Would I have voted for the transportation bill in 2013?
Yes.
And you're talking about the widening of 64 from Newport News to Williamsburg?
Yes.
Yes, I would. I think that transportation is a huge issue for our region, and we've got to figure out a way to move families across the region so they can get to their jobs and get home to their families at a reasonable time. I commuted to Norfolk working at Tidewater Community College for 2.5 years from Williamsburg, and I many times spent 3 or 4 hours on a Friday afternoon trying to get home to my family, and I understand how difficult that can be. And so I think transportation, that was a huge step forward, and I still think there's more work that needs to be done to alleviate some of this congestion.
Well, you're right. I favored that in 2013. I was absolutely right. You got to fix the infrastructure in this state, and you're not going to find the money under the seat cushions. It doesn't exist, and you certainly can't take it out of education. The big things that's being debated right now, Laura, in the General Assembly, as on the House side today, is this convention of states idea. I know you just got in the race, but that's one of these issues that people normally have an opinion on that one way or the other. Do you have any leaning on that?
Where do I lean on the convention of states?
Yes.
Well, I know that is a big issue, and I'll do more research on that so that I can get a better understanding of the issues. But I know one of the things that is really important right now is this debate about registering parties, and look forward to learning more and understanding that and how it affects our primaries, and certainly looking forward to investigating a little bit more on where I really stand with that.
Now, is there one big issue? Sometimes when somebody gets into a race, they have an agenda or they have a big issue that they want to put forward in front of voters. One thing they'd like to see changed. Do you have something that would be defining of what your differentiation might be?
Well, sure. As I mentioned, I work in the community college system, and I firmly believe that if we can't get the citizens of our community jobs, then we can't break the cycle of the challenges that we have in terms of healthcare and education and all of those things. I think jobs really create an opportunity for our community to thrive and to do more in the community. So I'm a huge advocate for workforce training. I definitely believe we need to look at getting more certifications. I love the idea of giving veterans community college credit for their work experience and for their years served. I just think that with the retiring veteran population that we have in our region, that's a really big issue that we need to focus on. And I think there are a lot of things that can be done to attract businesses to our region. And in order to attract those businesses, we've got to make sure that we have the skilled, trained workers to fill those jobs. And, it's putting the cart before the horse, which one goes first. And I think we need to focus on both. We need economic diversity. We need to bring more jobs to the community. And a lot of that starts with proper workforce training.
Just one other thing very quickly, Lara. Yesterday in the House, some Democrats tried to get rid of what is called the ultrasound bill, which many people find to be intrusive. That went down in defeat. Do you think that's too intrusive, or do you think it should stand as it is?
I think that 90% of us agree on 90% of the issues, and it's the 10% that really divides us, and I think it's one of the problems that we have in politics in general. I think that that issue is a divisive issue, and it's an important issue, and I certainly have my feelings on that. But I really want to focus on these issues that are going to get families to work, that are going to get good, strong education and training and help our region grow in that way. And so if I am honored to serve this district, those are the issues I want to focus on. I really, really want to let the voters know that I'm passionate about the 90% that we can agree on and getting big things moved forward.
Makes a lot of sense. If people want to get involved, do they want more information? How do they get in touch with you, Lara? Where do they go?
I'm at Lara, Lara, the number 4, VA.com.